This week, I definitely felt like Santa. This week, we've been spending some time in the newly revised Mazda CX-5. So this one, being the facelift, we do get some newly redesigned headlamps over there, of which I really like. They kind of flow into the big nose grille over here, which is a Mazda signature over there. I also like this huge Mazda logo over there on the nose, and it's really amazing, man. What I also like has to be this color. This soul red definitely does the things, man. It's definitely stunning. I also like this chrome strip that runs along from headlamp to headlamp. It kind of flows with the theme of the vehicle, of which I really like. And man, this car is still a looker in today's day and time, you know. But nonetheless, coming along to the side, right? Coming along to the side, we do have, this being the dynamic model, we do have some body colored cladding over there, and we also do have some 19-inch diamond cut alloy wheels, of which that's a must in the car. You know, the stance of this vehicle actually looks very amazing, right? Of which I like. Side proportions wise, you know, I like this vehicle, man. Like, there's a reason why this vehicle sells a lot in South Africa. I see why. I definitely see why. And the soul red definitely does the things. I can't help but, you know, compliment this car each and every time I see it, right? Coming onto the side mirror does have an inbuilt turning signal over there, which is LED. I like that, you know. Mazda kind of gives you this premium thing. This, being the dynamic model, comes in with keyless entry, which I'll illustrate right now, right there. So within the push of a button, it will unlock and the mirrors will fold out. The push of a button, it will unlock and the mirrors will fold in, which I really like, you know. And you know, the stance of the rear and everything else looks absolutely amazing. I also like this privacy glass that you get from Mazda. Absolutely amazing, and it helps, you know, tie things up. Also, this little chrome strip running from the front window to the back little window over here. I like that a lot. Coming along to the rear, this is where I'd say most changes are a bit visible, right, compared to the front. But as I mentioned, the changes are subtle, but they're there, right? So we get newly revised tail lights over here, which are LED, and we also do get a Sky Active badging over here. I like that about this vehicle, right? And then coming along down below, we also do have dual twin exhaust outlets over there. I like that, and they are real. Something another brand could take tips on, but anyway, it's okay. What I like about this vehicle, right? So currently I have the vehicle locked, and you know, I have the key in my hand. So, oh, by the way, the key looks fantastic, by the way. With the push of a button, you know, we are greeted to boot space, and the boot space is quite large, if I'm telling you. Like, it's really large. What I also like about this boot space, right, is the fact that in South Africa, we get a partial shelf, and this partial shelf is adjustable. I like that about this. You know, Mazda thought about everything, and it's to tell how long they've been in the game, right? And hey, man, I really like. Also down below, we also do have biscuit-sized spare wheel over there. I like that because we don't have a tire repair kit that we use over here. I like that a lot. What I also like is the fact that I can fold down the seats, right? Over there, I'll put in overplay videos just from a flick of a button from there. That's what I really like. And guys, as I said, I'm Santa, so I come in bearing gifts. If you want one, hit me up. Just kidding, guys. Just kidding. You know, if there's anything with this vehicle, I kind of felt like a dad, right? Because I feel like I'm in my stepfather element. But nonetheless, it's okay. I want to see something, right? As much as this vehicle is equipped with a tailgate, let's just put it to the test. So, I'm going to do that. And just want to see. Oh, I thought I was going to squish this bottle for a bit. But clearly, you won't hurt your fingers or your kids won't bump their head. So, which is absolutely really cool. But nonetheless, let's jump into the interior. Let's jump into the interior and let me tell you more about the CX-5. So, you guys join me inside the interior of the CX-5. Right from the get-go, let's start off with the key. Key has this traditional fob key style. And I like this little ring or aluminium thing strip that's running along the key. The key is a bit on the light side, but nonetheless, it's okay. We have our triangle keys, unlock and lock button over there. And with that being said, let's just fire it up. Okay, so coming along to the steering wheel, right? I have to say, Mazda steering wheels have to be my favorite. So we have a leather wrap steering wheel over here with our audio controls over here. We have our volume and a button to check our little semi-digital screen over there, and we also have our cruise control buttons on the right, and our hang up button right here. What I like about the steering wheel, right, is this little accents over here, and the way it feels in the hands, man. The balls of the steering wheel absolutely feels amazing. Coming right in front of you, so you're greeted to an analog system. I know, right? This car is starting to show its age, but nonetheless, I prefer analog dials over digital dials. But I think Mazda's now due for a revamp now. But either way, it's absolutely nice. So it's the left two dials are analog, right? And the one on the right is a little semi-digital screen. I'll put in some overplay videos of how that is. And then behind the steering wheel, we have some pedal shifters for some enthusiastic driving over here. But nonetheless, so coming along to the center, this vehicle has, of course, has the push start function over there, where you just put on the brake and it will light up and you push the button to stop, right? We also have this massive screen over here that supports wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto. But my only downside of the screen, I don't know if I should say it's a downside or an upside. My only downside of the screen is the fact that the screen itself is not touchscreen, right? But I don't really mind that, right? So we have various menus in here. So this one, compared to the previous system, has the new software and things like that. Nothing fancy, where you can see your fuel information and monitor your vehicle and things of that manner, right? And then coming along to the center, right? What I also like, Mazda thought about the consumer. Like, Mazda used premium materials in this vehicle. Nowhere does it feel cheap, and I kind of feel like, for the asking price, I feel like you're getting a whole lot of car, right? So up top we have we have a leather stitch dash over here, which is really feels nice. I don't know why you'd be touching the dash, but either way, it feels nice and looks nice to look at, right? We also do have our air vents over here, and they're finished with this brushed aluminium feeling or effect, right? And I like that, right? Coming along, sorry about that. Coming along down below, we have our dual zone climate control button, dual zone climate control system over here, and I like the fact that it still uses conventional buttons and switches over here. I really like that. Down below, we also do have a 12-volt socket here, and I feel like this was a bit of an afterthought. We have a wireless charging pad over here, but the way this wireless charging pad is positioned in a bit of a weird way, man. It's so easy for your phone to slip, and you think your phone is charging, only for you to arrive at your destination and to see that the phone is not charging. What I don't like is the use of piano black around here. I'm not a fan of this. It looks nice, but over time it won't age well, right? But nonetheless, it's okay. We also do have our shifter over here, and a little switch over there to switch from, it doesn't have eco mode, but to sports mode. Basically, it's like a sports switch. So you might be wondering, how do you control the screen over there? You control it using this system, which is similar to the BMW MMI system. So it's this swivel wheel system over here. So you just knock it to the side, push it in. It has some shortcut buttons as well, like your home and navigation and things of that manner, right? Which will definitely pop up your Android, your Apple CarPlay maps and things like that. What I like is the use of an actual volume knob, right? The last time I saw this was in the Audi. I actually like this. And we do get a electronic handbrake, of which I really like, with two cup holders down here. And then coming along to the center, we have this little, my wallet there. We have this little tray yana here and a little center bin. It's an okay size. I don't mind it, right? And then connectivity wise, we have an SD card slot, two USB type C's, and a 12-volt socket in here. So connectivity wise, you definitely sorted in the Mazda CX-5. With that being said, one thing I forgot to mention, right, has to be the sitting position of the vehicle. The sitting position of the vehicle feels absolutely spectacular. Like, you feel like, it doesn't have enough side bolsters, but it's not a sporty vehicle, it's an SUV at the end of the day. One thing I have to commend Mazda, again, it's where they show the use of quality materials. These seats are actually genuine leather instead of pleather, of which I really like that. And the driver in this dynamic model, the driver's seat has electric functions and things like that. But with that being said, let's jump back to the back seats and let me take you guys through the back seats. So you guys join me inside the back seats of the Mazda CX-5, and I have to say, right from the get-go, this is a proper family SUV, right? Headroom is galore, right? And we also have lots of knee room. Lots. This is my driving position, a bit tilted to the back as well, actually, and I still have a lot of leg room and toe room down here. We also do have air vents down below, right? I like the fact that the rear passengers also do get air vents, and then illumination wise, we do have these little lights over here which are LED, and I like that. Oh, they're not halogen per se, right? And the quality of materials does kind of like translate to the rear. Even the rear door cards also have this leather red material over here and things like that, which I really like. And then on the door bed we have a cup holder that can store a little liquid down here. And then if we pop this open, we lead it to an armrest with two cup holders where you can pop in your liquid fruit and enjoy. You also have a slot here for your phone, and you have a place to store what, and two USB ports. So connectivity wise, you're covered. They're just in a bit of an awkward position, but oh well, they get the job done, right? It's better than nothing. That being said, let's jump into the driving impressions. Alright, so you guys join me inside the CX-5 for the driving impressions of the vehicle. And right from the get-go, let's start off with the oily bits. So under the hood we have a 2-liter naturally aspirated engine, putting out about 121 kilowatts and 213 newton meters of torque. The torque figures don't sound that much, but I feel like they're sufficient for this vehicle, right? They surely get the power, they surely get the job done, and this vehicle does deliver its power quite well. I don't really have a problem. So all this power is running through CVT transmission, and I know how we feel about CVT transmissions. They're not really our best. They're not really our cup of tea as automotive journalists, but in this one I feel like it works. I honestly feel like it works. I don't have a problem with it. The only downside I have with this CVT is the fact that each and every time you put your foot flat and you just want it kind of screams at you in a way. But nonetheless, I'm happy with the vehicle. So when we talk fuel consumption wise, Mazda claims about a fuel consumption figure of about 6.9, and I can say, I just reset it before shooting this review. I just jumped on the freeway right now and I resetted the trip. It says 6.6 liters per 100 k's, and I'm on the freeway. I'm just cruising nicely at about 100 k's or so, and I'm achieving 6.6. But in the real world, I've been achieving about 7.4, and it won't even take much to see figures of about 9.9 liters when you're pushing this car. Which for me, I feel like this 2-liter engine is a bit on the thirsty side, but nonetheless, it's okay. I don't think it's much of a big deal like that. 9.9, considering the size of the vehicle as well. Obviously, manufacturers tend to, bring down their figures a bit low on paper, but then realistically, they turn out to be quite above the margin, if I may say. But overall, I like the way this I like the way this vehicle delivers its power. It's refined. It's evident why people buy Mazdas. It's evident why the CX-5 has been one of the best sellers in its segment. It's very evident because it's so refined. It's a working recipe that works. And handling as well, it handles just fine over the corners. It hides its weight just a bit, but if you start pushing it too much, it will eventually feel like, okay, you are driving quite a mammoth of a car. But nonetheless, I love this vehicle. So this one, being the dynamic model, is also equipped with pedal shifters. And yeah, pedal shifters in a vehicle like this, I feel like it's a gimmick, but oh well. I also like the fact I like the sound that it makes. So let me just get my speed down below to about 80, 60 or so. Let's drop a gear. So it just whines, but it's engaging. I think Mazda has done it of taking in a knock on my fuel consumption. So I think Mazda has just done it just to make this car a bit sporty, to match its exterior, and just to keep the driver a bit, engaged with the vehicle. And yeah, man. But I just feel like they're gimmick. I don't think there was a real time situation where I was using these paddle shifters, except in town when you're showing off here and there. But nonetheless, man, it doesn't make much of a difference. Even this sport button, it just holds the revs, doesn't give you any overboost function or anything of that kind. But nonetheless, man, I have to say I love these seats. At 601,000 Rand, you get real leather seats, of which I must commend Mazda for that. I really like the amount of spec that you get in this vehicle. It doesn't have lane keeping assist and adaptive cruise control and things of that standard. It still has your traditional cruise control system. But, I can't complain. It would have been nice, considering that the Chinese also come with adaptive and things like that. It would have been nice to see those type of features, but oh well, it's okay. I think Mazda has kept the pricing just okay, considering how new car prices are in today's day and age. So yeah, man, I have to say, I actually really like the Mazda. My only downside, do I even have a downside? My only downside would be the fact that this vehicle doesn't come with a sunroof. That's my only downside. I mean, for such a look, especially in this soul red, right? You'd expect this vehicle to have somewhat of a sunroof and nice features, man, But oh well, it doesn't come with a sunroof, but it is what it is, man. But nonetheless, even the road noise feels okay. Like, it's nothing hectic. It's really nothing hectic. It isolates itself from the wind and the road quite well, and the fact that the tires are a bit chunky as well helps that road noise as well. So I have to say, big ups to Mazda. This is quite a solid vehicle. So if you're in the market for a family SUV, I would say for value for money or bang for buck, I would say consider the CX-5. I would say really consider the CX-5. It's quite a good offering, and yeah, man, these engines will last you a lifetime. Reliability of these engines has been proven. We've had one of our own at home as well, and I have to say, ability-wise, I doubt this vehicle will give you any issues. It's quite reliable. It's quite an okay car. Maybe on inclines, yes, you might need a bit of some power, or the CVT gearbox might scream at you, but it does move, of which I like. So nonetheless, man, I'm happy with this vehicle. That being said, I'm CJ from 6 Gear Wheels, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.